Julie and I are going to help. The next is Melanie Bronner and Kevin Auld. Melanie is a pretty well-known jewelry maker. She, all the big galleries in town and the Bellevue Arts Museum carry her jewelry from Verso. She has a degree in folk art, if you could, which is cool. And Kevin Auld is the pipe major for the Northwest Junior Pipe Band, which is internationally known pipe band that's won awards in Scotland. So, yeah, they're wonderful. So their little two-person group is Holler and Glenn, and they can introduce the crankie.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? So we're Holler and Glenn. We play the music of the Scots-Irish moving to America. So we're going to be seeing old-time music today. Also played on the Scottish small pipes by Kevin. He's going to be singing and playing the pipes at the same time.
This was her idea, by the way.
I think it's really rad. So we're lucky enough to be joined by Charmaine today. She's going to be singing and playing the guitar at the same time. I will not be singing, I'll be playing the fiddle. So our crankie is to the song Undone in Sorrow by the wonderful Ola Belle Reed. Yeah, I know, she's incomparable. So I'm afraid we're going to bring the mood down just a little bit. It's going to be untimely death and ghosts and graveyards, that kind of thing. So, sorry about that.
The next cranky is by Sandy Buchner, and this is her first time performing at Folklife and a Cranky Fest. And I think she's just been making crankies for less than a year. So she's an early childhood educator and also kind of a punk rocker. She has a band called Zelda Starfire. And she's joined by her husband, Paul, who, look at that cranky box over there. Now, do you believe that? I was just amazed at the molding and the pillars and the cranks. There's little gears on the cranks, and it's really quite elaborate. So while we're getting set up, just wanted to let you know about a little bit about the history of crankies. You might see on the internet information that they originated in Appalachia. Well, that's not true. They came from Europe a couple centuries ago. The earliest known example is from France in the late 1700s. Louis Carmontel made watercolor painted what he called roll transparencies. And it's not sure if later on in England, if someone got the idea from him, or during the Industrial Revolution, everything had a crank on it. So it's not unheard of that two people in two different places thought of the same idea. It's not exactly rocket science. But surprisingly, several of the scrolls from Louis Carmontel survive, and a couple are at the Getty Museum in Los Angeles. And so if you're interested, it's a fascinating history, and there's no straight line of who did what when. There were small crankies, cranky-sized crankies, and then moving panoramas that were so big they took up a whole stage. They were 1,000 feet long and 8 feet high. And so it has a really rich history. If you're interested in that, go to the Cranky Factory, and there's 20 pages of historical information. Only about 20 of the large moving panoramas have survived to this day. They all were just disposed of, or they fell apart. They were cranked so much. So Sandy, you want to introduce your...
Tell us a story. Well, this is an A.A. Milne poem, if you're all familiar with Winnie the Pooh. So this is a story about Alexander Beetle. He's going to have a little adventure here. Does anybody know what a beetle sounds like? Can you make that noise? If there's a part in the song, if you want to make a beetle sound, you can. Paul just built this cranky box. This is called after the So what happens is this little girl has a box of matches, or she keeps her beetle in a box, and it's a matchbox, and then her nanny lets them go.
All righty. Just a second. Can you give me a D chord, please? A D?
Probably ought to do that the other way around, Sue.
All righty.
No gross. Are you ready? I had a little beetle, so that beetle was his name, and I called him Alexander, and he answered just the same. I put him in a matchbox and kept him all the day, but Nanny let my beetle out. She went and let my beetle out. Nanny let my beetle out, and beetle ran away. She said she didn't mean it. I never said she did. She said she wanted matches and she just took off the lid. She said you mustn't worry, that I really mustn't mind, that there's lots and lots of beetles she was certain we could find. Lifting all the faces, a beetle might be near, and we made the kind of noises we'd like to stay here. And I heard a kind of something, and I gave a sort of shout. It was a beetle house, Alexander Beetle coming out. It was Alexander Beetle, I'm certain as can be. And he had the kind of look as though he thought it might be me. And he had the kind of look as though he thought he ought to say, I'm really very sorry that I tried to run away. And he's very sorry too. You know what she did? And she's writing Alexander very blackly on the window. And we are friends because it's difficult to catch an excited Alexander. You missed it in for a match.
So we are running a little bit ahead of time, which is actually great. So we have a plan B. We are going to have a big finale at the end. I hope all the cranky artists are listening to this because they don't know about it. After Kelsey Nelson's up next, and then Charmaine and Charlie, and Alexander's up next. Thank you. And then at the very end, we're going to bring all 8 cranky boxes out here, and we're going to reverse crank them to the end. 8 boxes at one time. I hope somebody can take a video of this. And while Kevin Auld plays the waltz. So this is going to be epic, never done before in cranky history.
Hey everybody. Hey, while we're setting up here, if you've got a seat that's available next to you, raise your hand so that folks can see it. Because there's still some folks in the wings here. Yeah, find a singleton. Don't wait for those seats to show up together. Just grab whatever's available.
Yeah?
That's great, thanks.